All right. All right, we're live on TikTok. All right. So yeah, guys, back for the recap. Yo, what's up, C Money? So back for the recap. Gonna recap a little bit of the game. There's a couple of things I want to talk about. Um, an error occurred with your guest's destination. Okay. Did you get your notification, Andrew?
What's up?
Did you get the notification? Did you try to stream it somewhere?
Yeah,
It
I'm.
said, it says that you can't.
Yeah, I gotta figure out on next. I'll figure it out later on next. But
Okay. Yeah, we'll figure that out later. All right. So yeah, guys, we're gonna recap the game. Um, We're gonna bring up guests too, so if people want to come up talk about the game, that's fine too. Andrew, I want to talk about some stuff, but I'll let you go first.
yeah, man, we kind of talked about it in the watch party that too many mental mistakes,
Yeah,
penalties, not catching the ball. It really looked like Detroit was the team that played outdoors and not the Packers. Um,
did you hear
Pack,
did you hear what Jared Goff said after the game?
Nuh-uh.
He was saying he's like, yeah, we're the dome team, we're the one that's supposed to not play well, and here we are with the win and stuff like that.
I mean, he's not. I mean, I can't be mad. I mean, talking this shit, they came more prepared than the Packers. Now, they didn't. To me, they didn't play great either. Like they didn't. Like they've been playing the past few weeks. I feel like the Packers defense actually did pretty well against them, given our miscues on offense. Um, yeah, we just gotta it's self inflicting wounds, man, and it's the same thing every week. It seems like whether it's drop passes or penalties, which brings me to the question: is at what point do we hold the coaching staff accountable for these mental areas? Like,
Yeah,
I mean, players got to play ultimately, but these pre-snap penalties is what is killing us, and at some point, it's got to be coaching staff as well.
yeah. Hey, literally, Blake. Thank you for liking the live, guys. Thank you for liking the live. See, we got 147 likes already. Haven't even been in here that long. Appreciate you guys for liking the live. So, yeah, man. I mean, there comes some times where you gotta blame the coaching staff, right? Now, I will blame the coaching staff on this, but it brings up the question like, is it really LaFleur or is it Jay Love changing the play at the scrimmage? Like, what I would like to jump on the coaches on is you're not offensively, you're not giving the ball to your best players. Like, Jacobs is not running for 15 plus yards a game. I think he's had a few games where he
15
does that.
carries.
But
Those
but then
carries.
Reed is not getting the ball either. Reed is not getting the ball. You're not even trying to get the ball to your best receivers. Now, it makes me wonder like, is that LaFleur or is that J Love switching the play? Like, for example, did LaFleur call a run and then J Love switches it to a pass? Like, it's very hard for me to throw it on LaFleur when I don't know the answer to that. But
Yeah,
I think that's one thing I saw. Like, I'm like, man, in big games like this, you're not even trying to run. You're not even trying to give. You went out in free agency to get Josh Jacobs, and you're not even giving him 15 yards. I mean, you're not even giving him 15 carries a game. Like that's wild to me. And then on top of that, you got Reed, who I know LaFleur doesn't like the whole wide receiver number one thing, but Reed is a guy who can go off at any given time and you're not even giving him the ball. I know and then that one big play that our offense had was to Reed. So I'm like,
yeah.
guys,
So I was going to tell you, he had over 100 yards receiving. Reed did,
thank you for liking the live, C Money. Yeah, I know. Hold
but
on, let me,
I think he only had two or three receptions. So
yeah. Literally, Blake, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that, bro. C Money says, Love is not looking for Reed. He's looking for a big play. Okay, if that's true, I that's an issue, man. That's an issue for me. And no, Andrew, this is another thing I want to talk to you guys about. Um, one thing I don't like is look, I am a huge J Love fan, right? Like I believe in the guy, but the picks, right? Let's go back to the picks. Like the one thing I don't like is, a lot of people are comparing him to Brett Favre. Well, I don't even think he looked like Brett Favre right now. I think sometimes he looks like Will Levis, and like Will Levis looked very ugly with a lot of his picks, and everyone's making fun of him. And then J Love is doing the same exact thing, and we're just sweeping it under the rug. Like that, I'm not okay with, man. That I'm not okay with. Like I think if he is gonna look like Will Levis, you got to call it for what it is. Now, J Love is a better quarterback than Will Levis, but like some of these picks do look ugly. And I think this is the first time all season long where J Love has not responded from a bad pick. I think in previous games he's responded very well. He came back out and goes down for a touchdown drive, or he always responds very well. I feel like on this game they never really recovered from that.
Yeah, I mean, they did. They didn't. Um, I don't know, and again, I don't know if that's kudos to the Lions' defense or, again, us not being prepared. Now, we mentioned in the watch party, our offensive line was shifted around a little bit. Still, no excuses. The rain played a factor, but Detroit caught all. I don't think they had a single drop. I think all of Jared Goff's incompletions were because he threw it either at the ground or nowhere near a receiver. I think anytime a receiver got hands on the ball, they caught it. So blaming the rain is not an excuse either because that they caught it. Yeah, Jordan's got to play better, man. I was just watching some of his press conference just a minute ago.
Yeah.
They were asking him, about his growing and his injuries. He said he's fine. If you're gonna say you're fine and nothing's not bothering you, then you got to go out there and perform, man. That's what it is.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I thought he looked fine too, but my girlfriend said she saw a couple of times where he was limping.
Yeah, towards the end of the first half, he came up.
Hold up, bro. Hold up. Go ahead, Andrew.
Oh, no, I was gonna say just that towards the end of the first half, I think it was the deep bomb to Reed, if I'm not mistaken. He came up a little limpy.
Okay, yeah, I might have missed that. We got a guess, but hold up, Solitary. Let me address some of these comments real fast. We don't got anything on YouTube, right? Okay, hold on. So someone says hard to respond in the rain, but I agree. I'm not worried about the rest of the season. I'm not worried about either, but I mean, Love got to clean it up. But it's not just Love, guys. I mean, the only reason why I'm hard on Love is because I know how great of a player he could be, and some of those picks, I'm just like, come on, Love, that's not you. And then Zay says it's the drops, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. But I don't think the drops is what really changed the game. I think it was more of the picks. We never really recovered from that. Hey, Blake, thanks for the roses, man. Appreciate the gifts. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Joe Dirt says Love is trash. I don't think he's trash. I just think he needs to clean it up. Yeah, Zay also says it was a drops that we had more yards than them. Yeah, that's crazy that we did have a lot of yards. Yeah. How many penalties? 11. Yeah, something like that. 7 drops and missed touchdown, missed field goal. The Packers beat themselves more than they lose to other teams. Yeah, that's a wild statement, but it's true.
And again, those are all mental issues. Which
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to blame all of it Matt LaFleur and coaches, but some of that we give Matt LaFleur for coaching a good game. A lot of Packers fans are calling him or a candidate for coach of the year, but we also got to say like, hey, man, these are mental errors. Like, why is our team being mentally like undisciplined?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, go ahead, Solitary. Go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, I agree. We looked awful out there, and I just wanted to make a couple of points. For the people are calling for Malik. You got to remember. Let's look at the entire situation. What Love's it. This is not making an excuse, but me personally, I don't see Love as right now playing at 100%, even though he says he's 100%. And I know people are going to say, well, then he's in the game. He should be, playing at his, best. But it's also up to the coaches to go. If they don't see it, pull them. Like I think personally they should have pulled him in this game. They should have pulled him. I think he should have made the call. LaFleur should have had the guts to say, sit down. You're not playing at your best, because when he's moving, he's not as mobile as he normally is, which allows him to make those plays. And so you go back to, why did that happen? Why did he get injured in the first place? Well, the injury that he got that happened to his knee, it was because of the linemen weren't blocking for them. The offensive line has not pass blocked well for him, and even at times I don't think they've run blocked well for Jacobs, because Jacobs looks nowhere nearly as effective as Jones did last year. And Jones had a decent line, but were we great? No, we haven't been great. No, we haven't been as good on the line as we have in the past. So it's like there's that factor. There's other factors like the defense. Nobody's talking about the defense. The defense on big plays looked awful. And I get it. We have injuries, but it's next man up. If you can't go in there and stop the run, or you can't go in there and get pressure, then why are you playing in the game? It's like we had one sack in that game. One sack. And there is no way that's going to get you a win if you can't stop Goff. I mean, at one time, Goff was 11 for 11, perfect in that game. That's pathetic for a defense to have your defense couldn't even stop them. And on top of that, when they were stopping them, when we were getting the ball, like let's just say a 3rd and 5, we were making it worse because then we'd have 2 penalties, and then all of a sudden it goes from 3rd and manageable to 3rd and 15. Yeah. It's like we're killing ourselves in so many different ways. It's not just Love. Now, don't get me wrong. Love did not look good on a pick. I'm not defending Love. Love looked terrible in that pick. It was awful. But Love was also, to me, not playing as well as he should. And I think LaFleur has to, have the guts. Don't be like Mike McCarthy was. And excuse me for Gary McCarthy. I know it's a long way coming. But McCarthy always seemed like he was taking orders from Rodgers and let Rodgers control what was going on. You pull the guy. If you feel the guy is not playing well, pull him.
No,
I know he's your starter. I get it. But guess what? It's going to cost you a game. And right now, that game was a needed game. It was a division game. And I get it. Love helps you win. But if Love is not looking 100%, Love could tell everybody he's playing at 100%. But you saw the way he moved. He could even run down to get to spike the ball or to even get into a playoff when we're trying to, get a touchdown or some kind of points at the half. He couldn't even move. He looked like he was limping. Like I seen Forrest Gump, young Forrest Gump when he was wearing those braces looked like he could run faster than Love did. I mean, it was terrible.
Yeah. All right, Solitary. So you made some good points. I'm gonna disagree on some things. I'm gonna defend the offensive line. I don't think our offensive line is bad. I think it's played well. You mentioned that the defense. You mentioned that the defense only had 1 sack. The Lions didn't have a sack. I don't think. Dang, there was other stuff I disagree with, but I forgot. But I agree with you as far as like LaFleur and like McCarthy submitting to Aaron Rodgers instead of coaching. I think that's a very good point. That is one point that I think is very good. I think LaFleur needs to coach more. Like you hear LaFleur in the press conferences, he's always saying, well, if Jordan Love says he's good, he's going to be in. Well, no, you're the head coach. You make that decision. Like Jordan Love can still say he's good, but if you don't think he's good, you have every right to make that decision. And it feels like LaFleur kind of does let Jordan Love do his thing from time to time. And for me, it's okay sometimes, but I think not 100% of the time, right? I mean, like you see the Colts head coach. No one knows who he is, but what did he do? He took out Richardson and put in Flacco. That's a coaching decision right there. I would like to see LaFleur become more of a coach, be that man to make that decision instead of going up to Love and being like, hey, what do you think? No, LaFleur, what do you think, bro? Like you're the coach, man. And like I'm also a big believer in guys like whoever has a hot hand should not be on the sidelines, especially for the whole game. Malik has the hot hand right now. All the guy does is win. You have to find some kind of way to get him in the ball game. And I'm not saying he has to play the whole game. I'm not saying that. He doesn't even have to start. But he has not proven to you guys that, he's just a backup. He's proven to you that he's more than that. He's won. You're not 6-3 without Malik Willis. I'm sorry to tell you that. Like, we're not 6-3 without Malik Willis. LaFleur has to figure it out. Like, you have a good problem right now. You got Love and you got Malik who can both score. But I agree with you. Like, maybe he should have pulled Love. I don't know. Like, I'm okay with how the game went as far as pulling Love, not pulling Love. But I will like to see like LaFleur be like, hey, I don't think you're good, so I'm going to roll with Malik. Because the truth is, J Love does not look 100% out there. I will say that. But go ahead, Andrew.
Nah, I'm going to touch on a couple of things. As far as the offensive line, I agree with the comment that they haven't looked the best. They're not terrible, but they haven't looked the best. But my thing is like they don't have anything new from except from last year. Like it's pretty much all the same offensive linemen that we had last year.
Yeah.
Besides putting Jordan Morgan in this game because of Josh Myers being there. So I don't. They didn't look awful, but there's time like a lot of the penalties are on the offensive line, and so it's like, what are we doing, guys? As far as the defense side of the ball.
Oh, that was another thing I disagree with, the defense, because I know you said the defense gave up a lot of big plays. I'll let you finish, Andrew. It's just
no, I agree. I think what he was trying to say was like, I think we mentioned in the watch party, like they're going to run the ball. Like, how can we not stop the run?
No,
I think
that's true.
That's crazy. But as far as the overall game and looking back on it, I wasn't too terribly disappointed with the defense, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I wasn't either.
But my only thing, like I said, is if the on those plays is like towards the end of the game, they're going to run the ball.
Yeah, you got to.
But that box was so wide open in the middle. Like, what are we doing?
Wild. That's wild.
Well, for me, I guess, with the defense, I was trying to say like, where's the pressure coming from? I don't think.
Yeah.
We win this game. We have more of a chance of winning this game if we could get to Goff more.
Yeah,
pressure.
100%.
Getting pressure.
Yeah, 100%.
We're allowing him to dictate. The game, and the only real pressure I saw was once in a while you had Gary on the end. He was dictating some pressure, and once in a while you had Van Ness when Van Ness was in there. But it's overall seemed like he was comfortable in the pocket, and you leave him comfortable in the pocket.
Yeah,
it's a disaster because Goff was just getting time after time after time, and I think Green Bay needs another solid pass rusher to help this team because I think Green Bay, when it does, if you don't have that solid pass rush, then what happens is then it leaves the secondary vulnerable, and then the secondary has to sit back there and cover more, and then you get more penalties because you can't cover forever, so eventually you start pulling and grabbing and start interfering, and then you get problems. So I think that if the defensive line could get more pressure, we would have had at least a little bit more of a shot to stay in the game. But not saying that was it. I mean, obviously the drops were terrible.
Yeah.
The drops really contributed to some things. Love's mobility to me was a problem. I don't think like in a normal situation, I think if Love was out there and he was scrambling and he didn't see something, he would have more confidence to go, okay, I can run it for 15, 20 yards, get a first down, I'm good. Would he do that in this game? No. I think with his knee and his groin, he's not running. So what it does, it takes that mobility out, and now all of a sudden you don't have the mobility out in his game, much like Mahomes. You don't have the mobility in the game, so now he's a pocket passer, which is fine, but he can't really move in the pocket if you get pressure on him. He can move maybe side to side a little bit, but while he was able to step forward in the pocket and had time, he did okay. When he didn't look like Jordan Love. He looked, average. And I think that makes Jordan Love. It doesn't help Jordan Love. It makes him 50% of the player he is, and I don't think it contribute. I think it would contribute more to the Jordan if he was healthy. And I think with like Malik, you're talking about Malik, what helps with Malik is Malik obviously has that mobility. So I think if Malik was in there, maybe not every down, like you said, or maybe not starting, Malik could at least get, the running yards we need.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay. It brings up a question. I got a question now. Solitaire, I'm gonna let you answer it, but then I'm gonna go ahead and bring up someone else. There's some other people that want to get on. So just to touch on the defense, like yes, the run and all that stuff. I agree with that. However, if you take away that pick six, the defense with even though we know they were not 100%, we know they couldn't stop the run from time to time. They only gave up 17 points. So if I'm Jordan Love and I'm like, okay, you're only going to give up 17 points, I would say I like my odds to go out and win the game if our defense is only going to give up 17 points. So, I mean, I would argue that Jeff Halfley has done a better job with the defense than Matt LaFleur has done with the offense this year. Aside from when Malik Willis is in. When Malik Willis is in, that boy LaFleur is unstoppable. For some reason, it's not the same with Love. I have no idea why. But it brings me to my next question. Because you were talking with we hear talks about like we have all these needs on the defense. Do y'all honestly think that we got it right with our first round pick going O-line instead of defense?
Oof. I
Yes.
think maybe in the long run, I'm going to go back to this cut very quickly. I agree with the whole, I agree with what you said. And as far as the O-line, I'm kind of questioning that now. I like that we got an offensive lineman because it's not technically it's not a sexy pick for everybody. But Green Bay's the type of team that usually gets later picks, offensive linemen, and are able to develop them pretty well, decently. They've had success in the past. If I was looking at it now, I probably maybe would have went for maybe another defensive player or would have moved up higher to try to grab another defensive player just because I think, and I know people don't want to sit there and say the defense, but look at just as a scheme wise, we got Van Ness, we got Gary, we got Clark, but we're who's really getting enough pressures on that front four to give Green Bay kind of the advantage? Who's really giving them that pressure? I've only seen a lot of pressure I've seen sacks from Gary, but our sack total is pretty low right now, and we're not getting enough pressure to me to kind of force those interceptions or force guys like Goff to run and scramble and to try to feel uncomfortable. He was very comfortable in that game, and that's what worried me. He was too comfortable in that game.
Hold up, line.
And while I get that the defense has looked well, it's like what you were saying with offense. It looks great, but if you take a step back, offensively, for example, sure, we could look good in some levels, but as overall as a whole, do we really look good? Like you said, the defense gave up only 17 points, but again, look at the rush yards, look at the passing yards, look at what Goff was doing, his completion percentage. That could be very tricky to be okay, just look at that number. We only gave up 17, so we're good. It's tricky. People could look at the points we give up and said, okay, Green Bay kept it close. But you look at the game overall as a whole, we didn't play well. Sure, we made it look close. Like the Minnesota game, we made it look close. But overall, didn't play
I don't
well.
even think it was close. We lost by 10. But all right, Solitary, I appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and give Lime the thing real fast.
Yeah.
But the reason why I asked that is because I know before the draft, me and Andrew talked about it. I said we needed to go D-line. And then Andrew said he wanted O-line. We got the O-line. I said we need to go D-line. And I'm looking at the way we're playing halfway through the season. The biggest complaint is we can't get to the quarterback with 4. So, I mean, I think I was right that we should have gone D-line. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Morgan, but we were protecting Love without Morgan. We were fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
but Morgan, that's the thing. Morgan as a depth, because if you don't have Jordan Morgan,
that's all he is, though. That's at least for right now.
Right now, yeah. But okay, so if we didn't have Jordan Morgan in this game, who was going to step in as left guard or the right guard?
We drafted 3 other linemen.
Yeah, but they're not gonna. Those are projects that you're gonna have to get over time. Jordan Morgan is something that you can plug in right now. Arguably, Jordan Morgan could be starting if Sean Ryan hadn't been playing so good. Jordan Morgan was supposed to take over right guard, but Sean Ryan just had a great camp and has been playing pretty well. So the fact that we can plug in Jordan Morgan at left guard, right guard, Jordan Morgan played left tackle in college. I mean, the fact that you can go all these places, I agree we do need defense. If we would have won defensive line in the drafts, wouldn't been mad.
Okay.
But to say that we didn't need offensive line, that's wild.
Okay, hold up, Lime. Just let me address some of these comments real fast, Lime. Yeah, okay, I agree. Defensive line. Okay, come to this live. It has the game streaming. Beauty Mitchell. I think he's talking about the Colts game. The D played well enough to win. I agree. Green Bay fans are sounding like Bears fans. I don't even know what they sound like. I don't even pay attention to them. Packers are not making the playoffs here this year. That's a hot take. I'll take a bet on that. Jim Mahalik, if you want to take a bet on that, I'm all for it. The play calling stinks. Could have been better. Please don't compare us to them. We own them. 6 drops today. Yep, that's going to kill us. Quit acting like them. Salty crybabies. No one's salty. Lions are getting their props. All right. That's enough with the comments. Go ahead, Lion.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, the 3 main reasons that didn't go your way was, one, LaFleur with the play calls. That red zone trip with, I forgot, it was late in the game, but where y'all didn't get the 4th down conversion.
Yeah.
I know somebody's talking about it, but it was like 3rd and 1.
Yeah.
And y'all have an injured Love out there throwing the ball, and it was thrown behind. I just think y'all should have ran the ball more. I think.
Yep. But no, you're right, Lion. Like, we should have ran the ball more, but on that 3rd and 1 play, it was a good play call. Like, Love just threw it a little behind him, but the guy was wide open. Like, that's the reason why I can't hate too much on the play. He was wide open. It was a good play call. But I agree. I think we should have ran on 3rd and 1, but at the same time, it was a good play call. I can't really hate on it too much. They just didn't execute.
I mean, it was a good play call. It worked out, but you have an injured quarterback out there who was, I know, late. I mean, at the end of that first half, he got roughed up. So I don't know if you go for the pass there.
Yeah. So it makes me wonder. And wait, who do you root for, by the way? Because I know you said.
I'm a Lions fan.
Oh, you're a Lions fan. Okay. So I mean, you can answer this if you want, but it's mainly for the chat and you, Andrew. Do you think Jordan Love's not being honest with LaFleur on how he truly feels?
I mean, I guess we'll see. I mean, he might be. Hopefully, this bye week for y'all at least, he can come back and play better. Obviously, he's a gunslinger, so he can go out there and throw 3 touchdowns, but he's gonna have a couple picks today. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I go ahead, Andrew.
Nah, I mean, if he's being truthfully, like 100% honestly, probably not. But I think he's being honest enough to where I think if he was like he could not go, I think he would let them know.
Yeah, it's just very tough. It's very tough because LaFleur, Love is such a competitor that, like, it has to be going through his mind. Like, man, I can't afford to have Malik go out and tear it up again. You know, like I don't know, like, but at the same time, Love is still putting up decent numbers. He's throwing picks, which I don't like, but I mean his numbers are not bad still. I mean, and that's because he's not even 100%. That's the scary part. But hey, Lime, was there anything else you wanted before I bring someone else up?
Yeah, I just want to say one more thing.
Go ahead, man.
I see a lot of people complain about how was the weather, but I get it was really, really bad conditions. But for the Lions to have like no miscues on offense,
no.
and, like y'all to have that, I don't get people saying that it was such a big thing when the Lions took care of it when we're considered a dome team.
Yeah, I think.
Hold on. I want to address this because I've seen it too. I completely agree with you. There's no, as Packer fans, there's no excuse on that part. If anything, this should have benefited the Packers more than anything. But it did. The Lions played way much better. I think every pass that hit a receiver's hand, the Detroit's hands, they caught. The only incompletions Jared Goff had, he kind of threw it away or threw it down at the feet. So yeah, Packers fans are blaming the weather. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, and I don't know how you feel about this line, but I always said last year the only reason why y'all didn't beat the Niners was because of Dan Campbell. I know a lot of people wanted to blame the players, but I think Dan Campbell just got greedy against the Niners, going for it when he should have been kicking field goals. But then I see y'all in this game, and y'all didn't try to do too much. Like, I think y'all just took what the Packers gave y'all, and y'all executed, and y'all look a lot better. Like, y'all don't look like a gambling team anymore. I think last year y'all did. Y'all were trying to gamble too much against the Niners, and I really don't think y'all needed to. I think y'all could have won without the gambling. But on this game, y'all were very disciplined. Like, not a lot of penalties besides that branch issue. And I mean, I think y'all look good. And y'all played very disciplined. I gotta give it up to you guys. I mean, I know a lot of people on here might not think that we're not giving credit to the Lions. I mean, that's bullshit. Like, the Lions came in and whooped our ass today. But I mean, the Packers did they just didn't show up in some areas today either. But I mean, hey, it's a long season. We'll see where both teams end up at the end.
Yeah.
But all right, man. Yeah, I appreciate you coming up. All right, let's see. So just some of these comments, and then we'll bring up another guest, guys. So it says we are 6-3 going into the break. Relax. Yeah, I agree.
No, I agree. I think people that are panicking are kind of like they need to calm down a little bit. Like, yeah,
this is the Packers. We have seen it many times where like they'll drop an important game or they'll start out bad, and then in the second half, they're next thing you know they're in the NFC Championship. Like, I mean, I agree with the whole relax thing. Like, they also choked that game. I don't know if you're talking about the Packers, but yeah, they did. Packers lose the game after the bye too.
Against the Bears?
I think he's talking about the Bears. I doubt that. Yeah. But I mean, like I said, it's the NFL. Any given Sunday, we'll see. But I don't see it. Every single team the Lions have played have lost the game after playing them. Oh, I think that's why they're saying they're going to lose to the Bears. I'm not sure if that's what y'all mean, but all right, guys, I'm going to take a break from the comments, bring up another guest. Dang, we got like 6 people wanting to come in. I'm only going to bring up one at a time, guys. Sorry. All right, what's up, man?
Man, what's up? How about them Packers, bro?
Rough.
Them Packers, bro. Belt to ass. BT it.
What's up? What's up?
Man. I just made $1,000 on Underdog, bro. I love Jordan Love, bro.
What do you
mean?
Made
money off that man. Real talk.
Oh, what, for any time interception?
Yes, sir. Hey, W Lions, bro. We're gonna continue to belt to ass. Real talk, bro.
Yeah, I mean, y'all are rolling. I mean, I can't hate on it.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Hey man. Your year gonna be next year, bro. Your year gonna be next year, but not this year, bro. It's the Lions year this year.
Yeah, well, we gonna see about that, man. We gonna see. We gonna see.
Yeah, man. I love the friendly competition, real talk, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm actually glad the NFC North is this competitive.
I actually see us playing 2 more times this year, if I'm being honest.
I mean, I'm not even gonna cap, bro. Like, I shouldn't be talking right now because, like, it be times like y'all a decent team. Y'all look good, bro. Like, not even gonna cap to you.
Yeah, I will say this though. I think Goff proved that he's better than Love right now. I think Goff proved that in this game. I think there was a lot of arguably that J Love could be better than Goff, but I think after this game, you gotta give Goff his flowers, man. He's a good quarterback.
Last 5-6 weeks, he has been better.
Say what?
I mean, the Branch, when they kicked out Branch and shit, bro, that shit pissed me off, bro.
Yeah, I'll be honest. We both had our volume a little low, so I didn't know too much what was going on. But supposedly he had the helmet to helmet, but that's not why he got ejected. It's supposed to be about a flag after that, right?
I believe it was because of the. I believe it was because of the foul.
Oh, wow. Really? Normally they get a second chance. That's weird.
So, like, what was like going on is because he fucked up my parlay. You know, Branch got ejected, fucked it up. You know, so I was kind of pissed off. I put 200 on him. You know, he lost my money. I don't like losing.
Yeah. Well, you didn't lose the game, so I hope you're happy about that.
Yeah, man. Hey, it was nice coming up here, bro. I wish the Packers the best of luck, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. Thank you.
I'm gonna tell you something too.
What's up,
the
guy?
Packers is my secondary favorite team. So
hey,
I'll
take that.
So like this is crazy. When the Lions used to lose every single time, bro. Like when it was like going crazy with the losses, with the loss and shit. I used to be a Packers fan, you know. I was a Packers fan until the Lions started to win. You know, I'm from Michigan.
Until the Lions started to win. That's funny.
Yeah, so when the Lions started to win, I came back. I'm like, okay, yeah, starting to win. Now I'm a Detroit Lions fan again, you know.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hey, but I appreciate you being a good sportsmanship coming up here, man. Yeah, I mean, Lions fans always welcome up, especially if y'all win. Yeah, man, y'all can talk all that shit.
Yes, sir.
But all right, bro. Hey, appreciate that follow too, man. Thank you. All right, let's see. Anything else you want to say, Andrew, before I bring someone else up?
Nah, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Okay. Ooh, someone said worst coaching of the season. I don't know if you mean like if that's LaFleur's worst performance of the season. I don't know, man.
Could be.
There's been times where he looked bad. I don't know. Lions best team in the league. I think they proved that this.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll say this. A part of me wants to say they proved that this game, but I'm not a big believer in disrespecting undefeated teams. Kansas City is still the best. They're back-to-back Super Bowl champs. They're undefeated. I'm not going to disrespect the Chiefs like that. But I think I put the Lions number 2. What you guys say?
I mean, they're up there. They're up there. I mean,
Green Bay Gary, thank you for the live, man. Thank you for the live. Thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate you. Coaching has some critical weaknesses. Yeah, Andrew kind of mentioned it earlier. When do we start blaming the coaching?
just a little bit. Not, I won't say fully because players got to play, but I mean, these penalties, man, it's not like a one-off. It's not like, oh, we just had a bad week with penalties. It's almost every week we come up here talking about, man, we had a lot of penalties that game. So, I mean, that's –
and Uptown Brown makes a good point here. He says 2nd and 1. What was that selection of play calls? I agree. When we had like 2nd and short, 3rd and short, yeah, I didn't like the play calls either, man. Yeah, they looked ugly. There was times where you should have had an easy first down, right? And we just didn't. But you know, I will also say this. Before this game, I said there's no way in hell Dan Campbell is a better coach than LaFleur. After this game, I think I put Dan Campbell over LaFleur. I really do. I think I see Dan Campbell ascending and LaFleur still trying to figure it out. Not necessarily descending, but like just trying to figure it out, man. And I'm just like, come on. Like we almost at Thanksgiving now. Like you should be able to figure it out. I don't know. What do you think about that, Andrew?
As far as what? Dan Campbell being a better coach than LaFleur? Yeah. I don't know if better is the right word, but he does have his team more disciplined, it seems like, than LaFleur's team. Okay. So if that's better, then yeah.
Okay. Hey, C Money. I just brought. Okay, he dropped. So yeah, let me go ahead and bring you up, C Money. Oh, C Money dropped too. You dropped C Money, so you're gonna have to re-add. See Warpath. See if he's still on. What's up, man?
Hey.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on. You know, if I could talk to Matt LaFleur, I would say one thing. You've got to wear a thicker skin when it comes to making the business decisions of football versus your stars' feelings.
Yeah.
They should not have started Jordan Love. They shouldn't have even started Jordan Love in the Vikings game. You know, there was no reason to. And especially this game when the weather was so bad and Jordan Love is not mobile and you know you got to keep it on the ground. You know, if you can add a running quarterback dimension to the game to keep it on the ground, that shifts the odds of winning or at least being a lot more competitive towards the Packers. Also, we see when LaFleur is having to call up game plans with Malik, he coaches a lot. You know, he has better play calls. He has better, you know, stuff in his bag where he just doesn't feel like he needs to do that with Love. And, you know, I think that doesn't actually help Love, one. And then two, when Love is hurt and you could have 3 weeks to get him healthy, I mean, this was a big dropped opportunity to just let Love get healthy and, you know, go out there and have a running quarterback along with our rushing attack, keep it on the ground, and especially as the conditions are going to get worse through the game. You know, somebody's got to communicate that to LaFleur. He's got to have a thicker skin when it comes to those business decisions of starting players, even when it's his start.
Yeah.
And then the last little thing I've got to say, the one defensive mistake in the game plan that I saw from Athlete was we got to plug the middle. You have to plug the middle and let them go on the outside in a slick field, terrible conditions. Make them run east and west, not north and south.
Yeah.
Plug that middle. Make them go outside. And we just didn't.
Yeah. I agree with you as far as the thicker skin. I've been saying that ever since the Bucs game that they lost in the NFC Championship against the Bucs in 2020. I've been saying it since then. I think I would like to see him coach more now. It kind of makes me wonder, like kind of what I asked earlier, is Love just telling LaFleur, hey, like I'm good, and like LaFleur's just like, okay, go in. Or does LaFleur not trust Malik? Because at the beginning of this game, I wouldn't have said, I don't know if Love should have started this game or not. But after this game, I'm kind of like, okay, the score got out of hand 24-6. What was the point of starting Love? Like you didn't even have a good game plan.
Of course, Love is not going to tell you the truth, and you just got to assume that. And I think we would question Love's competitiveness if he wasn't lying about how hurt he is. I mean, we saw Anthony Richardson go, "I'm tired. Take me out of the game." I mean, no one wants to see. He's got to lie, and you just got to assume that. But it doesn't matter what Love tells you. You've got to know that you don't have a mobile quarterback. It's going to be a very bad weather game on a slick surface. Having an extra run dimension to your offense would be a lot better for you. I mean, there's just every single reason under the sun to have started Malik Willis. Yeah. And we can't see what happens in practice. Maybe there are reasons why he doesn't trust Malik. However, until Malik lets you down in a game, let Malik prove it to you in a game.
That's what I said.
If we lose this one, we lose this one. But at least you gave Love 3 weeks to get healthy before you get the Bears and the 49ers. And that's the best for Love and this team overall. Plus, it also shows like a lack of faith that Love isn't going to get pissed and he's going to be disappointed, but he's going to forgive him for making that decision after he does. Give Love some faith that he'll heal from not being started this game.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you, man. I mean, you can argue that because, I mean, let's be honest. He's been dealing with this since week 1. What was the report? He was supposed to be out 3 to 6 weeks. It's past 3 to 6 weeks, and he's still hurt. He's still hurt. Yes. So that's an issue for me. I'm like 3 to 6 weeks, and you're still hurt. I was like, man, we should have just rode Malik from week 1 or week 2 into the bye. And you can arguably say, with as good as Malik has been playing, we could be going into the bye 6-3, and Jordan Love is healed up, ready to come back off the bye with Chicago. But I don't know, man. It feels like we're forcing Love in there a little too much. But I mean, at the end of the day, we're 6-3. But at the end of the day, I kind of want a healthy quarterback too. And I think you hit it right on the head. I told Andrew, I was like, dude, because I don't know if Andrew gave us a chance if Malik played. But like I said, I was like, dude, the guy has not given you any reason to doubt him. All he does is win. That's all he does. Like, all he does is win.
He's very careful with the football, and if he's not comfortable throwing it, he just takes off with his legs, and he gets you part of the positive yardage. And to have that extra running dimension in a game like this, that could have made all the difference. But most importantly, not just about this game. This is a lot of season left, and this is a good team. But for the health of Love going forward and the health of the team going forward, start Malik. There's just not a good reason why you wouldn't. But I just want to end on go Pack Go. It's great to see the NFC North is the toughest division in football again, and I'm looking for the rest of the season. Yeah,
hey, you made some good points, bro. I appreciate you coming up.
Thank you.
All right, what's up, Andrew? What you got to say?
No, I was going to address some of this stuff. Okay, this is where I'm at on the whole Malik, Jordan Love, Hill injury. I feel it's easy for us to say on the outside looking in, right? NFL, Packers, they're a multi-million-dollar company, organization, all this good stuff. I feel like they have yes, Jordan can say, I'm good, but I still like to feel like the medical staff has tests to see if he's good or not. And if they clear him with if the medical staff clears him with LaFleur and said, yeah, he seems like he's moving good, then you got to go with them, man. I mean, that's how I feel. Yeah. Now, if they come out and say, oh, we're going to start Malik because we want to give Jordan an extra rest, I wouldn't have been mad at it either. But they didn't say that. They're like, okay, we're going to give him time to see. The medical staff is going to have tests for the growing, the knee, all that stuff. I feel like if they weren't 100% confident, whether Love says he's good or not, I feel like they wouldn't play him. That's just me on this whole thing. That's
I mean, I think every Packer fan can argue, though, that the offense, as of so far, kind of looks a little better with Malik as far as being disciplined and not turning the ball over. I think you can't argue that it's better with Malik.
I mean, you can't.
I mean, Malik beat the Jags, and we were down 17-13 when he came in. He beat the Jags. He put up 30 points against the Titans. I know we had a pick 6 in that game, so he put up like 24. And then he put up enough points to beat the Colts. He put up 16. That's not a lot of points, but I mean, it was his first game as a starter. And I'm just like, dude, all this guy does is win, man. Defenses have no answer for the guy. I think Warpath might have been talking pregame, but I think Warpath was also talking like LaFleur needs to like make a good coaching decision in game. I think like in game there's a lot of debate if Love should have been yanked or not. I mean, I just think like if you're gonna roll with Love because your excuse is he gives us the best chance to win, you're not losing 24-6 to the Lions then. I mean, I'm sorry, you're just not. Like, I mean, it's not just Love does not give you the best chance to win. I mean, that has been proven so far this year. Like Malik can win also. Like it's not that Jordan Love, we can't win with him. It's just that we have other ways to win too. You don't need Love in there. And I kind of agree with Warpath. Like we want this guy healthy. And at the end of week 1, if the injury was 3 to 6 weeks, well, guess what? You should have been cleared by week 7. Now he's still battling, and we're going into week 10. I'm like, yeah, that's a little issue for me, man. Like, you should be healed up by now. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'll be honest, though. I don't see LaFleur making changes. I think he's going to keep doing what's going on right now, if I'm being honest.
I mean, because at what point do we take Malik out? Or not, I'll say we start Malik, right? Let Jordan rest. And Malik does what he's been doing. At what point do we take him out?
Say what?
So say we rest Jordan the 6 weeks, right? And Malik goes 6-3. Mm-hmm. At what point do we take Malik out then?
When Love is healthy.
Even if Malik has a hot hand, like everybody's been saying?
Well, yes, yeah, because I think at that point you can say Malik has done his job. But right now, it's like Malik is doing his job, and it's not that he hasn't done his job. He's doing his job, and then you're taking the ball out of his hands and giving it to a Love who is not 100% healthy. I mean, Andrew, what are we going to be saying if he goes out against Chicago and goes down and he's out the rest of the season? What are we going to be saying then?
I mean, but that's any given. That's the thing. That's any given Sunday, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think it's like I just think people sleep on backup quarterbacks. Like, I mean, Sam Darnold.
I think if the medical staff and the player both say they're healthy enough to go out there, because you got to think about it. How many players do we have on the injury report? There's a shit ton, right? There's always a shit ton of players on the injury report. Majority of them still go out and play. So it's not like everybody's healthy all the time. So yeah, like I said, I believe. Like I said, I'm in a mindset. I'm going to trust my medical staff.
Do you think Malik is down 24-6 like Love was?
I don't know. I can't tell. I don't know. I'm not gonna say yes.
We'll never know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, Cameron's over here saying we didn't sit Rodgers with a broken knee and he was off, and Purdy came back and beat the Bears. I mean, these guys didn't have a backup like what Love has though. Like Favre's backup and Rodgers' backup, none of them can make plays with their feet. Like none of them can. Malik is a unique style type of quarterback.
I mean, I agree. Like Malik has been doing work. Like he does work.
He's harder. If you ask me, I think defenses will tell you it's probably harder to prepare for Malik than it is Love. I think defense.
Probably, but I don't know, man. Like I just can't. Like I said, if Jordan says he's good, the medical staff clears him. Because like I said, it's not going to be just Jordan saying he's good. Jordan said he's good. I think.
Let me ask you this. What does Love have to do for you to sit him? I don't think he should be benched, but I'm saying, like, I want to ask you, what does Love have to do for you to sit him? Because he has to be like completely hurt. Like he has to be hurt. Okay, so he could throw 2-3 interceptions a game, and you're still going with him every week.
You have to, right?
Oh man, I don't know, man.
You just made him the top paying or besides that, the top paying quarterback. You have to. If not, then if that's the case, then we need to have a whole different discussion and saying what do we do on Brian Gutekunst? Because then if that's the case, then Brian Gutekunst needs to get out of here. If that's what we're going to.
Well, okay, Brian Gutekunst. I mean, we can argue that Brian Gutekunst made a bad decision with Rashawn Gary and Kenny Clark.
But we were just praising Gutekunst for drafting Jordan Love from last season and making some of these Xavier McKinney free agent signings and stuff like that, right? Like, so I mean,
yeah, I mean, look, Cameron makes a good point, but I want to push on it a little bit too. Cameron says this is still a young Packers team. That's true,
for sure.
But Jordan Love is not being paid like he's a young person. He got to rise up to the occasion, guys.
And I agree. I completely agree. He got to step up, but you're not going to sit. The only reason you're going to sit Jordan Love is if he cannot physically play. Other than that, you're not going to sit him. You got to go through these growing pains. It's almost like he's in a sophomore slump because this is technically his second season starting, and quarterbacks go through it all the time. So you don't sit him because of his play. Now, if you're saying he's playing bad because of his injury,
which I think is a possibility,
it could be. But I'm not in that notion. I agree with I believe in our medical staff that they're good enough to hold. I mean, look at all the times that we had people with hamstring and growing injuries that were like, damn, he's been out for like 5 weeks already because they held him out. Like, so I feel like if that's the issue, they would tell LaFleur.
I don't know if you know this, but we got rid of our athletic training staff in the offseason, right? We replaced it. And I think that was a good move. You do see the injuries go down a lot this year. I think this was the first game where we were really banged up against the Lions. But before that, we were pretty good. We were pretty good injury-wise. So I do think it was the right move. I kind of feel, though, like last year's athletic team, I don't think you would have seen Love playing, though. Like we saw a lot of people, like, for example, Jair Alexander, he was out for a while. And, like, a lot of people didn't think he was going to be out that long. I mean, I don't know. And then, that comment by Campbell saying, I'm going to start looking out for myself, like, with injuries. Do you remember that comment by Campbell? So, like, I mean, like I said, I don't really know about our medical staff. I wish I did. But, I mean, I guess since we don't know, we got to trust that they know what they're doing.
I mean, right? You got to. Like, that's what I'm, as a fan, I'm not in there. Now, if fantasizing, yes, okay, Malik, yes, run the ball.
Are you ready? Are you ready, C-Money? I'm trying to. Okay, yeah, hold on. What's up, C-Money?
No, I mean, I hear about this point, and I look at everything, details, even me, like, during the time, like, even with the Vikings game, I'm not even watching the Vikings game, but I see they losing. And I watched the whole game over with, and I looked at the small details. Of course, the penalties and all that stuff, they really hurt us. But I looked at those small things when it came to Jordan Love. I looked at the pick six at halftime. You could tell he's not comfortable. So when it comes to him wanting to play, I think he just wanted to play because it's a Sunday game where was the game of the week or something, and it was like a kind of like a must-win game. So I mean, I looked at, like, just like I said, the pick six that hurt us. I feel like that took us the whole momentum from us, even though we wasn't just playing great or playing good at all. But the point that the Lions wasn't playing good either. So when you get that pick six and they taking it to the end zone, it's like then they get the ball back. That's just momentum. And I looked at, I guess, when he threw it, I don't know what type of throw was it, just the decision making, like we spoke earlier, the decision making. I just don't see why you didn't throw it out of bounds, or, like, why throw it. Even with I forgot, when we scored the touchdown, the play before, the drive before, when we had the ball, when we had a chance to score twice. Why did he throw it and almost picked it off again? Like, why not throw it out of bounds? Let's go get to the line, get another play, and they just hurt us.
Yeah, I see, Andrew, that right there, I don't think is growing pains. That is just bad decision making. Like,
I think that was a bad decision.
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't know. Like I said,
that's the difference right now. So that's a bad decision. Is it because of the injury? I don't think so. I think that's just a bad decision. So if that's the case, that's what it is. That is what it is. We paid him to paid him. He got to fix it. But I don't see you sitting him for that.
Yeah, I just feel like if the score was 24-6, what that tells me is you could have started Malik Willis at least for a quarter and then bring in Love. Because, I mean, even if you start Malik Willis, no one's thinking, oh, Love got benched. No, he's injured, guys. He's injured. Like, why not see what Malik can give you? I mean, and it goes back to, it's wild that he has done nothing to show you guys not to play him. And people are still saying, no, put in Love. Dude, what if Malik went out there and beat the Lions? Then what? Then what? I mean, we'll never know.
And that's my point. Then what? Like, so you have. I think the reason you have to start Love is because you this is your franchise quarterback, right? That's your franchise.
But you see, the Packers, and this is going because I know C Money's a Packers fan too. It goes back to. Well, that's you pay the price. You pay the price for drafting a quarterback and sitting him for 3 years because by the time he's good to go, you got to pay him. So I mean, the Packers had no option but to pay him the $55 million. Like they had no option. You chose to sit him, so you suck it up and you pay him the money. You didn't have to do that, right? I think the year they drafted Love was when the draft after we lost to the Bucs in the NFC Championship. Yeah, I would argue that we were one wide receiver away from a Super Bowl.
We were all saying that as Packer fans when we drafted Jordan Love. I think every single Packer fan said, "Why did we draft a quarterback?" Right? But then Aaron does his few years of MVP. Then he has a little drop off his last year or 2 years in Green Bay, and then Jordan comes in last year and does pretty well for his first starting time in the league, and we're like, oh, that's why we drafted a quarterback, right?
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, because you gotta think like we're not one of these. We haven't been one of these teams to be bad for too long.
No, I know.
Yeah, so like, but and that has to do with having your franchise quarterback. If we don't draft Jordan, say we don't draft Jordan. Now, I think we could have got Jordan maybe later on, to be honest with you, but maybe not. To not draft Jordan and then have Aaron leave later or retire or not be good, and then now we're like fighting, like being one of these teams like trying to draft a quarterback, trying to see if they can be good the first year. I don't think it's going to work out too many times out of a lot. So.
But all right, C Money, you got anything else you want to say?
I'm like listening to what y'all saying about even the draft and stuff like that. I mean, I looked at, like you said, all of us Packers fans was like, we need a wide receiver, and I feel like we was one step away. Defense was good. I was just needing someone to help Devontae. I mean, we had Marcus Pascal. We had all the pieces, the deep threats, and all that stuff. But I mean, you said, okay, let's look at what was in the draft before Love. We could have traded up. I mean, we had multiple wide receivers that we could have grabbed. But you said, oh, well, we gonna grab a quarterback that's gonna run for Rodgers for 3 years, and he comes out, he has to perform. Of course, he has to come out and perform. There's no way that he don't have no type of knowledge from the Aaron Rodgers. There's no way that he comes out just sloppy. That's why I think the first year he came out, which was last year, he played at the best peak we, have seen a top quarterback. He was leading, and really, to be honest, I think he was in at one point in the MVP conversation. So I look at all of that.
Yeah, and like I just want to make this point too. I think for this is the first year where the Packers actually have a solid defense in a long time, and we both said it. Hafley's going to eventually get a head coaching job. That's what it looks like, So we don't know how great this defense is going to be. And my thing is like, if this great defense is going to last 2 years and then Hafley's out for a head coaching job, like we want to take advantage of these good defensive years. I mean, and I think the number one way to make sure we take full advantage of that is protect the ball on offense. Take care of the damn ball, because why you setting up your defense for like a short field like all the time? Like I think we got to take advantage of having a very good defense this year, and I just think we got to protect the ball more. That's all I'm saying.
Me personally, I thought about it. When we said put in Malik Willis, I feel like when Love getting hurt, they saying when I can't think of the coach. Why I keep forgetting about the coach on the Lions coach, head coach. He was saying to make us one dimensional. We couldn't run the whole game. Eventually, we run the whole game. They're gonna keep us one dimensional. So I mean, I feel like if Love hurt, he's not making passes. He's making bad decisions. We pull him out to see what Malik can do. I mean, just imagine if we had him on the offense and he's running around making plays and stuff like that. But you talking about you got Love standing in the pocket and hoping to make a big play. That's not. You see, even when he ran to the corner, what he do? Trying to throw it. Yeah, picking it off. He did. Almost did it twice. He did literally the same exact play that he did. Or he picked it off the pick six. He almost did it again. It might not be a pick six, but it's gonna be a pick. So I'm like trying to see like why did we not even in the halftime, even in the first possession, because he just kept limping. Everybody looked limping. Why are we not taking him out? You know, even despite even losing this game, we put him in and see what he gonna do. I mean, but we risk Love getting hurt, see the injury, then we gotta just now. We don't got no choice. So I mean, why risk one game to make it hurt? I mean, me personally, I know we're gonna have a bye, but if he's not 100%, I mean, start Malik. Who we play next week? The Bears.
Yeah, I think at this point too. Yeah, if he's not 100%, I'm putting in Malik at this point. I mean, we need Love at his best, man.
Okay. I was just looking this up though. We're talking about Malik J. Love.
Hey, C Money, hold on. Hey, C Money, I'm gonna bring up someone else, man. I appreciate you coming up, bro.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
So again, I think we got to go back to Matt LaFleur's play calling with Jordan Love in the game.
Yeah.
I was just looking it up.
Hey, hold on. But it goes back to the question, Andrew. Is it LaFleur or is it Love changing the play call at the line?
I think
because there are times when Malik changes the play call too. So it just makes me wonder, like,
because I was looking at Josh Jacobs. I was looking at our running game with Malik in the game versus Jordan Love. We run the ball so much more with Malik in the game.
Hold up, Hunter. I'll let you talk, Hunter. Give me a second. Go ahead, Andrew.
We run the ball so much more. The 2 games that Malik started, plus the Jacksonville game, I was looking at that. We run the ball so much more when Malik's in the game.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, okay.
Why not do it when Jordan Love's in the game?
You know what I think it is? I'm starting to think LaFleur doesn't trust Malik. I mean, think about it. He doesn't put Malik in when Jordan Love is limping. He's literally limping on the field, and he still won't put in Malik. And on top of that, when Malik is in, he's not getting a lot of throws. Aside from the Titans game, but against Indy and against the Jags, he didn't have a lot of throws. So part of me feels like,
I mean, even the Titans game, we ran the ball a lot.
Yeah, but like he doesn't really. I feel like he doesn't trust Malik, and I'm just like, why? He gives you all the guy does is win. I mean, and plus you're in your bag when you're.
That's my point now. That's what I'm looking at. I think we're winning the game because we're running the ball a lot more.
Yeah, you can say that.
I mean, because it seems like when we run I was just looking at it. The Texans game, we ran a lot. Jacksonville, we ran a lot when Malik got in, because a lot of those carries came towards when Malik got in the game.
Hold on. Cameron's in the chat. He said Malik has only been on the team for 9 weeks. That's wild. It seems like he has more chemistry with the offense than Love does. And from what I'm seeing out in the field, like, to me, it's wild. Like, it's wild. Like, no other quarterback. Jordan Love has been with the team for 4 years, and he's still, like, I mean, Malik makes it look easy. That's the thing. But hold on. Let's bring in this guy.
I just think it's a play calling, man.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. What's up, Hunter? Yo. Okay, Hunter, I'm gonna have to drop you, man.
Hello?
Yo, what's up, man?
How do you feel about the Vikings?
They losing right now?
Yeah, 7-0 halftime. 2 field goals, I think.
I think they got in. I think they started out good, but it's a long season. I still think they can make the playoffs, though. Oh, he went out. We got one more guest. Let's bring him up. Yo, what's up, James?
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing?
Pretty good, man. What'd you want to say?
Hey, so I was just sitting there listening to y'all take about. I'm a Lions fan, by the way, but I'm a football fan.
Yeah.
Most of all, I think it's a combination of both, man. I think Matt LaFleur has a little bit of pride when it comes to like stuff like that. I don't think he trusts Malik as much as he should.
Yeah.
I definitely felt like he should have trusted him this game because it would have gave y'all an added dimension, another dimension. He can throw the ball when he needs to. The good thing about him, he does not force the issue.
Yep.
And with us, when I say us, Detroit, we are. If I looked at it last, we're probably like top 10 in run defense. So you gotta run the ball because I thought Josh Jacobs, considering he was injured too, I thought he ran the ball pretty well. Yeah. And I was kind of thinking like, why did they go away from that?
Yep.
And started to pass a little bit more with Jordan Love being injured, and it's visible that he was injured. You guys got to understand too, Jordan Love, when healthy, he's pretty dynamic when he has to get out of the pocket and move.
Yeah, 110%.
So he makes things happen when he needs to with his feet, and it's also added luxury with his arm. So the fact that he didn't have his feet, it limited him a lot, as well as the conditions. You know what I mean? So it kind of played into our hands with him playing him. I thought he had an opportunity, and this was evident when he rolled out. He threw that pick to us because he was more concerned. If you go back and watch it, when he rolled out, he was more concerned with just kind of getting rid of the ball as opposed to getting sacked. And now you can say just throw it away, but he's trying to make a play. You know what I mean? So he's a playmaker. So he's trying to make a play, but he's not 100%. So that's why he that's why he made an interception, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I thought that they were going to go with the second string QB in the second half. And I was shocked when I saw him come back out because it was visible that he was not. It's not 100%, bro. I mean, you can say franchise quarterback, but you got to think about it, man. If you're a businessman, you got to protect your assets. You got to think about longevity. You got to think about future. He's the future, bro.
Yeah.
He's the future, and it's been proven that the Packers can win with Malik.
Yeah.
It's been proven.
And
When you have that evidence, it shouldn't even cross your mind. It really shouldn't cross your mind. I know you can say Jordan said I'm 100%, but sometimes coaches have to save players from their own demise.
Yeah, and it's wild because the Packers, out of all organizations, should know it's a long season. They should know, hey, we do not need to win this game against the Lions on week 9. We need Love healthy after the bye. Like, they should know that, right? And like what you said, if what you said is true, that on that pick 6, that he was just trying to make a play, but his injury was not allowing him to. If that is true, he should not be out there. He should not be out there.
And that's why I come to that conclusion, like that. Because when I watched the game, I'm looking at, everyone knew he was injured. He wasn't 100%. Everybody knew that. So you're trying to say that what I would probably say he was about 70%, if not less. I think at 70%, Jordan Love is better than what's the guy's name?
100% Malik Willis.
Malik.
Yeah.
I would debate you all day long with that.
Yeah, I think I would too.
And I agree with what you said. If you survive with Malik, for the next couple of weeks, allow Jordan to be healthy, and regardless if Malik is playing well or not, you're gonna put your franchise quarterback in there because now he's healthy. Malik's done his job. That's what you do as a backup quarterback until Jordan shows you otherwise when healthy. If he doesn't show you otherwise, which I don't think he will, because the arm talent is there, the accuracy is there, the mobility is there, he's not going to show you that. I just watched when he tore up Dallas in that playoff game, bro.
Yeah.
100%. That's what you're going to get from a Jordan Love. That's 100%. That's what you're going to get.
Yeah.
And if you see anything less, my guy, you don't play him that game.
Yeah, and I think we can argue then that all of Jordan Love's picks this season, you can argue it's because he's not healthy. I mean, because
you got a plant, bro. He's got a growing injury.
Yeah.
Right leg growing injury. So I'm a football coach, bro, and I play football at a high level, right? So when you got to think about all these nuances. As a quarterback, you gotta when you plant that back foot, you push it off the drive to get power to deliver the mail. You got a groin injury, man.
Yeah.
You're not planting on that back foot. You're not planting at all. I'll tell you that right now. You're not doing it. And then when you're in duress and you're trying to get away from defenders who fly at you 100 miles an hour, dude, the last thing you're thinking about is throw this ball out of bounds. Like, you're just trying to get rid of it quick before they tackle you and you re-injure yourself. There's a lot of things, man. But here's one more thing, man, I'll chime out, bro.
Yeah, go ahead, because I'm gonna give the floor to Andrew and then maybe bring up one more guest before we head out. But go ahead.
I think, and I don't want to say it's a mixture of the play calling too, but I think we need to give Brad, a lot of Detroit Lions offensive coordinator, a lot of credit, bro. He doesn't get nearly as much as I think he should. His game plan, I felt like, was amazing.
Yeah.
This how we managed the game. He didn't overdo anything. He pretty much schemed that thing up to for that situation.
Yeah, and I want to touch on that because I know, like I said, I don't know the exact stat, but I think the past 5 games y'all have averaged over 40 points a game, and I think all season long y'all have averaged over 30 points a game. And if it wasn't for that pick 6, the Packers D only gave up 17 points. So that's what keeps me like, okay, like, this is just a bad game. The Lions came out, they executed. But if we can hold a team who has been averaging 30 plus points a game to 17 points defensively, like, I can swallow this loss. Like, I can, right? But I think number one thing, like, I think if our defense gives up 17 points to the Lions and we have 100% healthy Love, I kind of think we win this game. But
you got a chance, but hold on, but you got to understand something. That's what I'm saying. I don't think we went into this game saying that we need to score a lot of points to win. I think we went into this game saying we don't need to turn the ball over.
Yeah.
We need to win the turnover battle. And if we can put up 17 to 20 some points, we can good enough to win this game with the injured Love. Like, I just feel like Brad Johnson, like, he thinks about all of that stuff when he's putting his game plans together.
Yeah, but all right, man, I'm gonna give the floor to Andrew. But yeah, man, shout out to the Lions, y'all whooping ass. But I we'll see y'all later in the season, and then hopefully it's a more competing game. It'll be in Detroit this time, I think Thursday night later on in the year. So
it will be, man. Y'all gonna be right there. It's always the Packers.
I appreciate you coming up, James. Appreciate you, big dog.
Thank you, bro.
All right, so what's up, Andrew? What you got to say to all day?
Yeah, no, just kind of touching on it. Like, if that's the case, okay, if he's saying all that with the Love injury, this and that, that's the case, then we gotta, because I cannot fathom a medical staff team that gets paid all this money. They do all these tests during the week for practice to watch Jordan Love during practice and say, oh yeah, he's healthy enough to go out there. If they're doing that and he's not healthy enough, and that's what everybody's saying, then we got to hold them accountable. And then of course that goes to Matt LaFleur. And I totally agree with y'all. I just can't in my mind think that this medical staff will be like, oh yeah, he's good. We're not running these tests. We're not seeing him in practice, moving around. Yeah, he came up gimpy at the end of the first half. Second half, I didn't really see him limp too much though, and he got out of the pocket some. So I don't know, man. Like I said, players play hurt all the time. Like I said, Josh Jacobs was very questionable coming into this game. Came out and put up 95 yards.
Yeah.
So I just like, man, I don't know. It's malfeasance if our medical staff is doing that. If that's the case, I just don't believe it.
Yeah, I just think it's tough because at this point, from what I've seen from Love, I kind of got to admit, like, if you ain't 100%, I don't want to see you out there. I mean, think about it. Okay, let's say we throw in Malik to like weather the storm, and we got to go on. Let's say we still make the playoffs. He weathers the storm. We still go to the playoffs. What's the worst thing that happens, Andrew? We got to go on the road. Well, we just talked about during the game having a home game at Lambeau doesn't help for the past decade. It doesn't really help. I mean, that's the only downfall, right? You got to go play a road game instead of a home game. I don't see any other loss in starting Malik.
and so I'm not even mad that like I told you on yesterday beginning. I was like, oh, we need Jordan Love for this game. We need Jordan Love. As the week went on.
Hold on. I want to address this comment. Matt in the comments. We kind of talked about this, Matt, on YouTube. He says, if you are a Jordan Love and you feel good enough to play and get cleared to play, would you let them pull you out? He's a competitor. Okay, see, that's what I don't like. Would you let them pull you out? LaFleur can pull him out regardless of what Jordan Love wants. And I think that's what we want to see out of LaFleur. Like, I want to see him coach more. I think he's getting better. I do. But I still think, like, kind of what they said, he got to have that rough skin, make that tough decision. I feel like I'm sorry, man. Like, Love is limping out there, guys. In the past 3 games or whatever, it's been 2 games, 3 games, he's limping. Now, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if he's limping and he still says he's healthy and you don't have a Malik Willis, okay, maybe you keep him in. But you have a guy that we can argue that the play calling is better when Malik is in. And I just don't see why you wouldn't tell Love, hey, man, it's just a tough stretch right now, but we got to get you healthy. Like, I just don't see why. Now, if you throw in Malik and he goes out there for the first 4 possessions, pick after pick after pick after pick, okay, yeah, I'm okay with you saying, okay, Malik, nah. But he has not given you any reason not to believe in him. And I just feel like the coaching staff doesn't believe in him. I mean, I don't see why else you would not put him in.
I don't know. This game, I don't think it's more Jordan Love's injuries than anything. I think we killed ourselves with penalties. I think the drop balls hurt a lot. A lot of them happened on 3rd downs where we had to punt the ball. So I think if we catch some passes, I think we score more points, and we're not having this Jordan Love conversation. But I mean, you're playing what ifs and all that stuff. I get that, but
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I even think Malik's throws, like that throw against the Jags, he actually led Reed. Reed caught it on the run. Like, it wasn't like, oh, Reed had to slow down. Like, it was a good throw. Like, the guy can make throws. I just think, I mean, but like when you're not giving him opportunities, I mean, especially when the opportunities present themselves, like, hey, we understand Love is not that healthy. But listen, I'm not going to sit here and say Love is healthy, he's not healthy, because I'm kind of with you, Andrew. If the medical staff says he's good, he's good. I just hope there's not like something going behind the scenes that LaFleur's like, well, if he says he's good, then he's good. No.
Yeah, no, for sure. I 100% agree. But that's where I'm at as a fan that's not in the building, that hasn't seen any of these reports. I'm going to trust the medical staff that's doing the testing throughout the week with Jordan Love. I'm sure they do it on the sideline too. When Jordan came up limping, I'm sure they did it at halftime to make sure he was good. Because if he wasn't, I would hope that they would say, okay, you're not good enough. Let's go ahead and go with Malik. I just think they said he's still good. His mobility is fine. Go on and so forth.
Yeah, and I just want to make it very clear, guys. I know we over here debating on Love, like the Packers' mistakes this game. I want to make it very clear. Me and Andrew are not discrediting the Lions. Like, the Lions,
right. Lions killed.
I don't want anyone to think that, like, oh, you're not giving the Lions credit. No, that's bullshit. Like, the Lions came in, they did what they got to do. But like, the Packers do have, we got to get healthy.
We're talking about the things that we need to fix as a team right now. This is a thing.
Yeah, shout out to the Lions. Y'all did y'all's thing. I don't want y'all to feel like we ain't giving them their flowers. But I mean, as this team, I just think Dan Campbell got his team together more than LaFleur did this game. And another thing we're not talking about, Andrew, these freaking muff fumbles off the hike. I'm sorry, I'm not here to say, oh, Jenkins is not the center. Dude, you're a professional football player. You should be able to hike the ball. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I am not throwing shade at, oh, he's not the original center. No. You're an offensive lineman. You got to hike the ball correctly. Now, I know some of it was on Jordan Love. He should have caught it. But, like, that can't be happening, man. Like someone goes down, next man up. Hey, Jenkins, you're going to be a center. Okay. Jenkins knew he was going to be center throughout the week. Like, you should be there hiking to Love in the rain during practice. Like, I can accept, Andrew, but how much did he have? Like 4? 4 missed?
At least three. At least three.
Yeah, man. Like, come on. Like, those are drives. Those stall the drives, right? And it like when you fumble a hike 4 times or 3 times in the game, the defense didn't even have to do anything. You just wasted it down yourself. I mean, like that like, dude, that got to get cleaned up, man.
Yeah.
Wide receivers need to hit the jug. I'm going on YouTube now. Wide receivers need to hit the jug machine 200 catches before you leave practice.
Yep.
I feel like our field goal kicker should have had 200 kicks before practice. But let's see. Also, just want to say this is a Lions fan. I expect to be playing you guys in the playoffs. Yeah, Matt. I said that I see us playing 2 more times this year. David Miller, NFL North is so insanely good already. Could have the best 2 to 3 teams in the NFC hands down for the next 5 years. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. Let us get Gary. Hell nah. Only good Ed. Bro has like 10 picks already. Come on now. I'm not sure if you're talking about Love there. J Love got to lock in. Yeah, for sure. All right, guys. What else you got, Andrew?
No, that's it, man.
Yeah, that's all I got.
So you know what we mentioned a little bit about getting Reed the ball.
Yeah.
How many catches do you think he had?
Reed?
Yeah.
Like 4?
No, he had 5.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that much. We had 5 catches for 113 yards. So I mean, I know 2 of them were bombs, but
yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, I didn't realize he had 5 receptions. I thought it was like 2 to 3. To be honest with you.
Yeah. Lyric says Love is not playing like he wants to win.
I don't know about that.
I think his over aggression proves that he wants to win. I just think it's like having a big play. Like you don't even need a big play every drive to score. Like you can score with no big plays. Like just control the clock, run the ball. And like I said, I think that's on the floor, man. You got to run the ball more. And guess what? If Jordan Love calls out of it and calls a pass, you pull him to the sideline and be like, hey, run the damn ball. Like, you could do that to your franchise quarterback.
Yeah, especially a quarterback that's only second year starting, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, what was the talk, Andrew? Oh, now that Aaron Rodgers is gone, LaFleur can finally coach. When Aaron Rodgers was there, LaFleur couldn't coach. Well, guess what? Guess what LaFleur said? We teach Jordan Love to take what the defense gives them. And sometimes you see Love going against that. So it's like, okay, if Love is going against that, but you teach him opposite, you got to discipline the guy, man. I guess what I mean, like you got to be a coach sometimes. And sometimes coaching is not just developing your players, but it's like pulling them to the side privately and be like, hey, like run the ball. Like you can do that. You're a coach. I mean, Jordan Love's a good athlete. He's not going to be like, oh, fuck my coach. No. I mean, but like, I just think it's wild to see Josh Jacobs not get 15 carries a game. I think that's wild. I don't understand it, man.
Yep.
But, yeah, even someone in the comments said run the ball to help him out more. I mean, yeah, I agree.
Like I said, just look at the stats. Like they ran the ball a lot more with Malik Willis in the game.
How much did he have, Jacobs?
Josh Jacobs, he had 13 for 95.
He had 11 at the end of the first half, didn't he?
Don't know.
Yeah, like 2 carries in the second half. That's wild.
Yeah,
that's wild. Do you want to bring in one more person?
As a team, we ran the ball 23 times for 138 yards, and then Jordan passed the ball 39 times for 273 yards.
See, I told you Jordan Love was going to throw the ball over 30 times. Dang, he almost hit 40.
Yeah, I think a lot of it was towards the end of the game. I mean,
you want to bring up one more guest and then hop off?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, that's if he didn't get off already.
How y'all doing?
Yo, what's up, PM Juice?
I don't know, feeling pretty good after the game.
Yeah, I'm guessing you're a Lions fan.
Yeah, I've been a Lions fan for a long time. Haven't missed a game in 26 years, bro.
Nice. Damn. How old are you?
Old.
Okay, we'll keep that private.
35.
What's up, man? What do you want to say?
I would like to ask, as a Green Bay fan, and it was rainy and it wasn't supposed to, be all that good for the Lions. Should everybody else be scared of them now?
Hold on.
Without Hutch and without Brian Branch and no J-Mo.
Yeah, hold on. Can you hear him, Andrew?
Did he say be scared of them? Be scared of the Lions?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like the Lions are, like David said, he didn't want to disrespect the Chiefs because they're undefeated. But I put them up as a top team. Yeah, they definitely should be. People should mark them on the count on the thing as we got to give our A game. If not, we're going to get murdered.
Yeah. Well, I honestly think if you're going into the game being afraid of the Lions, you're definitely not going to win the game.
Yeah. So yeah, being afraid is a hard term.
Yeah, that's kind of tough.
Yeah, hard term. But the Lions, like teams, should go into the game saying if we don't have our A game, we're going to lose to the Lions.
Yeah,
because
exactly. I think I think a good way to describe the Lions is they're a dangerous team. Like like they can put up points and they can put up a lot of points. So you definitely got to play defense, which I think the Packers did okay. I mean, aside from the pick six, 17 points given up, I think you could have won that game. But I mean, hey, give props to the Lions. They did what they got to do. But I'm saying like, if you don't come in and stop that offense, they're gonna run. I mean, y'all got a freaking two-headed monster at running back, and I mean,
how about our offensive line against your defensive line as well?
Yeah, I mean, how many sacks we have, Andrew? One.
Just one.
Yeah.
I think you had one. Yeah.
Say what?
I was gonna say I think you had one, and what's crazy it was against Penei Sewell, which I think he's given up 2 his whole career, and that was one of them.
Did you guys go offensive line in the draft at all?
Yeah, like the 4th round and stuff.
Okay, because I was about to say if y'all have the same old line as last year, we kind of actually got after Goff on that Thanksgiving game. So I'm very curious to see how our defensive line.
We still Kevin Zeitler, the guard from the Ravens.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Their line got a lot. The Detroit line's like top notch.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, man, y'all look good. I mean, and then to come on the road at Lambeau, I mean, we were talking about this earlier. Home field advantage at Lambeau is not that great anymore. Like people come into Lambeau and they still play their A game. But I mean, I think the big question is, are we gonna have like what we had last year, like where y'all come into Lambeau and demolish us, and then we go into Detroit and take a win?
I had it a split.
Say what?
See, I had it a split at the beginning of the year, but not. I had the Lions winning 12 games, but not anymore.
So do you?
I don't know if we're gonna lose another game because now teams have to outscore us, and that's gonna be hard.
So you think what the Lions got going on right now? You think they'll be able to sustain it for the whole season?
100%, unless barring bad
injuries.
things. I don't even want to say anything.
Yeah. I mean, because like
losing Hutch was a huge blow.
Yeah. I mean, because you guys actually didn't have any sacks today, but y'all just for some reason y'all still dominated the game.
But still, like versus the Vikings, we had 15 pressures as a team, and versus the Seahawks, the last full game Hutch he had 15 pressures all by himself.
Yeah. I was about to say, Hutchinson would have killed us. Like Hutchinson always kills Packers, it seems like.
Yeah. No, man, but y'all look good. I don't know how long you've been on the live, but we were also saying that like we think we'll play each other 2 more times this season. One on that Thursday night game, and then maybe one more time in the playoffs. I think I'm just being honest. I think it's going to be Pack, Niners, and Lions at the end, just like last year.
I think the Niners are too hurt.
But McCaffrey's coming back, though. I think he's going to give them a boost.
Well, yeah, but I think for me, I think that they're going to go in a rebuild not next season, but the season after that. They played too much football and haven't won. They basically played 2 or 1.5 seasons every year.
Yeah, I think with the Packers we got to bye, and then we got Chicago, and then after that we got the Niners. I've been having that Niners game circled on my calendar all year long, but now I'm actually very interested to see how our offense lines up against that Niners defense because, I mean, we got to learn how to start putting up points against very good teams.
Well, shit, if we're talking about defenses, we can't. I hate the Bears, but that Bears defense too, man. Like if our offense can't move the ball against that Bears defense. Who knows?
We kind of tend to move the ball on the Bears defense though, but they are good.
They got better though. They've gotten better.
Sir.
Say what?
Did you guys lose to the Vikings already? Or
yeah, we lost by 2. Yeah.
We're 0-2 in the division right now, which sucks.
We're basically a shoe-in already. Which is
Yeah, because they beat the Packers and the Vikings already.
I mean, it's crazy. What's crazy is as dominant as you guys are playing, you're still only a game and a half in the lead. That just showed, like, you guys have a game and a half lead in first place. Like, with as dominant as you guys are playing, you figured you'd have a bigger lead. But I mean, that's just how good the NFC North is this year.
Yeah, that's 100%. Now, can I ask a question? Watching the game, since I'm so old, I remember old school football, right?
Yeah.
That hit that Brian Branch did on him, the dude ducked and they touched helmets. He didn't need to get ejected for it.
See, I don't know. We had our sound turned off, so I don't know what he got ejected. I mean, it definitely was a flag because that's against the rule. I mean, according to the rules. But the ejection, I didn't realize he got ejected for the hit. I thought it was because he flipped the ref off, but that must have been afterwards.
That's after. That was
okay.
NFL.
Wait, he flicked the ref. He flicked the ref.
You didn't see that, or you didn't hear about that? Yeah.
He flicked the ref off,
or flipped somebody off. I don't know if it was a ref, but
dude,
all the fans and the refs, yeah, he flipped them off after he got ejected.
Dude, that might be a suspension, bro.
No, get out of here. It's gonna be a fine.
Probably a fine.
Yeah, it's gonna be something.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get suspended. If he would have touched the ref, that would have been a suspension.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, that's of course.
Yeah.
But that the hit wasn't nothing. Of course, he should get a penalty for it. But as soon as the ref or the New York fucking NFL called and said, "Yeah, kick him out of the game for it," that was uncalled.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I thought it
was what was the other flag for when he flicked off the ref?
when he flipped him off. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he should have thrown out.
I don't think he should have been thrown out either because I don't think it was intentional. I just think his helmet was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, like I said, the dude ducked. This is why Kirby gets a bad rap, because Kirby going after somebody's legs, he don't get a flag for it. And like I said, the Packers dude ducked and they touched helmets, and that's a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the good news is y'all didn't need Branch. I was actually saying, dude, Branch is a stud. With him out, we're going to be scoring touchdowns. Nope. That didn't happen.
Well, you got to think we got Kirby back there, too.
No, yeah. Like,
that's the best safety tandem in the league.
Yeah, that's second.
You guys like to say your guys, but it's not even close.
I mean, y'all secondary is a lot better than last year. Last year, I thought it was trash.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, hey, is it true that after y'all lost to the Niners last year, Dan Campbell said that might have been the only year y'all could have made it?
Well, see, he didn't say the only year that they could make it. He said this is going to be the last time some players ever get here.
Oh, okay.
And that's true. That's hard facts right there.
Yeah.
Some players will never get back.
Hold on. We're about to get off, but I want to ask you this one question as a Lions fan. Last year, when y'all lost to the Niners, did you think it was Dan Campbell's fault?
I would say yes and no. I think that the reason we're like the Packers dude said, yeah, they're running up the score. We took our pedal off the gas, and then they came back, and then we never got any rhythm again, and we were screwed.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I was just asking that because of like some of the times where he gambled on fourth down instead of just kicking a field goal.
Yeah, but he does that every game.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, I don't know. Yeah, okay.
Even if the trick play doesn't work, I would say that the Detroit Lions are the most fun team to watch in the NFL, bar none.
Yeah, well, right. Everyone loves points. Everyone loves points. So when you're averaging over 30, yeah, people are going to tune into y'all. But it's funny because y'all only ran like one trick play against the Packers and they stopped it like for like a 15-yard loss. But yeah, y'all didn't even need to. Y'all were just cruising the whole game. It looked like it's tough to watch. Tough to watch for me.
Once Kirby caught that and he yoinked it straight out. That was a good interception. He yoinked it and then ran back for the touchdown. We all knew it was over because the Lions got the ball and then they're just going to run out the clock because we got the run game and the offensive line to do it.
Yeah, I think our defense really needed to get a stop out of halftime and it just didn't happen. But all right, man. I appreciate you for coming up, Pimp Juice.
Hell yeah, you guys I'm going to follow, even though you're Green Bay Packers fans.
Well, hey, we stream live for the game, so hopefully you'll be able to catch the Lions one next time. But
All right, hell yeah.
But all right, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the follow. All right, guys. I agreed. I knew the game was over after the pick. I don't know about after the pick. I mean, I don't know. Just because the Packers always fight back, they always do. But I mean, Lions kept us in check, man. All right, Andrew. What else you got? You want to head out?
Yeah, no, that's it. We've been going for about an hour and a half.
Yeah,
I think we kind of touched on everything. Going into a bye next week, so hopefully people can get healthy if they're not 100% healthy or whatever. I just think they need to fix penalties. That catch balls, fix penalties. I think that's going to be our main thing.
Yeah. The Packers do have a bye this week, but we might still get on like.
Maybe not. We're not gonna do a watch party or nothing, but like.
No, we probably won't do a watch party for any of the games, but like maybe like a preview on Saturday for the NFL.
For the NFL, maybe see what's going on in Packers camp. Maybe by then there's been a trade before the deadline. I don't know.
Well, trade deadline is November 5th.
The 5th, yeah, 2 days.
Isn't that coming up?
Yeah.
Like if the Packers make a move, we'll come live and talk about that.
Yeah.
But if not, we'll just preview week 10, like maybe on Saturday. Probably go for an hour or something. But yeah, it's a week 10 bye, so might take a little break from the lives for about a week, but then we get back on
that for the Bears game.
Yeah, for sure. That's gonna be fun. Finally get a piece of the Bears. But all right, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the roses and the gifts on TikTok. Appreciate you guys. On YouTube, we appreciate all the comments. Appreciate all of y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Catch y'all next time.
All right, go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go up in this hole. All right. Hey, who's winning?